We live in a world that is relentlessly designed to strip you of your sanity. It is a nonstop assault on your inner peace. Whether you are grappling with a toxic workplace, the volatility of global markets, or the suffocating, relentless noise of social media, most people surrender to this chaos because they react to every stimulus, allowing a 10-second insult to sabotage an entire day. However, those who truly master life aren't the loudest voices or the most aggressive combatants. They are the ones who simply cannot be shaken. Stoicism isn't about wearing a mask or suppressing your humanity. It is about forging a mind so resilient that when the storm hits, you remain the calmest person in the room. If you are tired of being a slave to your environment, you must internalize these 7 rules to ensure that nothing and no one can break you. 1. Run everything through the control filter. Epictetus spent much of his life in chains as a slave. If anyone had a reason to rage against the world, it was him. Yet, he realized that true freedom is found by dividing your life into 2 distinct columns: what you can control and what you cannot. When someone insults you, you cannot control their words, but you have absolute authority over your reaction. Whenever you feel stressed, you are likely investing emotional energy into something you cannot change. The next time chaos erupts, ask yourself if it is within your power. If it isn't, cultivate the strength to let it go. 2. Choose not to be harmed. Marcus Aurelius, the Roman emperor who faced plagues, betrayals, and constant warfare, constantly reminded himself to reject the perception of injury. He understood that without your internal consent, an insult is just air vibrating through space. It carries no weight. If you get angry at someone's provocation, you are effectively reaching out to grab a burning coal they are holding toward you, choosing to burn your own hands instead of ignoring it. 3. Practice the 48-hour rule. The modern world rewards impulsivity, pressuring us to react instantly. However, immediacy is the enemy of wisdom. When you respond the second you are triggered, you aren't acting like a leader, you are acting like a puppet on strings. When you receive a frustrating text or alarming news, force yourself to do nothing. Once the initial chemical dump of adrenaline and cortisol drains from your system, you can view the situation with clarity, stripping away the useless drama your brain invented in the first 5 seconds. 4. Adopt the mindset of a more fatty. A more fatty, or a love of fate, means learning to embrace the friction of life rather than merely tolerating it. Most people live in a state of passive resistance, constantly complaining about their hardships. Think of a weightlifter. They don't walk into the gym and complain that the barbell is heavy, because the weight is the entire purpose of the training. When life presents an obstacle, stop viewing it as a tragedy. Start seeing it as the raw fuel required to sharpen your character and test your philosophy. 5. Utilize the perspective shift. We often get so caught up in our personal microdramas that we mistake our temporary stress for the center of the universe. The Stoics practiced the view from above, imagining themselves looking down at their city, their country, and eventually the entire planet as a tiny blood drifting in an infinite void. Realizing that your current problem is a fraction of a second in the grand timeline of human history doesn't diminish your value. It simply proves that your problems aren't as heavy as you've made them out to be. 6. Step into voluntary discomfort. To remain resilient, you must periodically step into voluntary discomfort to prevent yourself from becoming soft and dependent. Our culture is addicted to convenience, leading many to panic when the internet fails or a delivery is delayed. By intentionally taking cold showers, eating modest meals, or disconnecting from technology for a weekend, you prove to your subconscious that you can thrive even when things are difficult. Once you master discomfort on your own terms, no one can manipulate you with the threat of losing your luxuries. 7. Live with the awareness of mortality. Keep in mind that your time on this earth is finite. While this might feel heavy, it is actually the most liberating realization you can have. It strips away the superficial nonsense that wastes your daily energy. Everyone who is currently trying to make your life miserable or pull you into their chaos has a limited amount of time, just like you. The arguments keeping you awake tonight will be forgotten in the grand scheme of your life. You cannot afford to trade your mental clarity for someone else's cheap drama. The next time the world tries to push you around, remember who you are. You are not a fragile leaf meant to be blown away by the wind. You are the solid rock against which the waves break. True strength is holding your ground while everything else is spinning out of control. When you choose to protect your inner peace, you stop letting external circumstances dictate your happiness. Every storm eventually passes, but the character you build by staying calm lasts forever. The world can control your circumstances, but only you control your character. And that is a power no one can ever take from you. Before we finish, it's important to recognize that the biggest enemy to your calm isn't usually the world outside, but the mental loops inside your own head. If overthinking is a battle you are currently facing, I have put together a book called The End of Overthinking. It is a structured resource designed to help you break those loops and reclaim your focus. If you feel this would add value to your life, you can find the link in the description below. Keep your head up, maintain your peace, and never let them shake your resolve. Stay focused.